Okay, we're going to show the effects of what foreshortening does in your field of view. The lower your angle, or the more acute your angle to a surface, the less detail you see. How many sticks of chalk do I have up there? This is grease chalk. You can't tell from this, even though I have a slight angle over the top. They're all equal. They're all the same size. Now, you might get a clue if you look at the tips of the shadows down there. Zoom in on it, you could probably count them then. But anyhow, when I get like barely over the top, those chalks take a very small portion of my field of view. Now, as I come up and look down at them, they take up, I'll straighten up my camera again, I gotta go back farther to get them all in. They take up a much longer length in my field of view, much more room in my field of view. And by the way, there's 15. And they're lined up straight. So as I lower the camera, my angle over the tops of them becomes more acute. And look at that line, it's just getting shorter and shorter in my field of view. And look, it's like you really can't tell how many there are at all. It looks like hardly any. Now it works, of course, the same to the sides. My angle gets wider. It takes up more room in my field of view because I have a wider angle. As the angle to them becomes more acute, it takes up less in my field of view. I see less detail. I can barely tell there's a second one there. You really can't even see the ones past that. Of course, it works the same on any side, same result. This is foreshortened angles or effects from acute angles to surfaces. That's essentially a surface. Somebody will probably say, oh, it's not a surface. You know, it's a surface to each side of the chalk. Oh, by the way, the table does the same thing, right? Look at that table. By the way, this is an old picnic table. Came from my wife's parents' house after they died. We just stuck it in the backyard. It's kind of nice, even though it's very, very old. And watch what happens as I lower my camera. An angle to the surface becomes more acute, and the surface of the table is foreshortening. So really, you just barely see the front edge. You can just see a little bit, as you can still see the bottoms of the chalks. I'm gonna get right at the edge. Oh, that would be like a horizon. Oh, lift it up a little bit, see just a little bit of the surface. But it looks like it's very short. You can't tell the distance to it or anything. But of course, as I widen the angle, I have less foreshortening of the table. Little things globies don't pay attention to. By the way, just by raising and lowering my camera, you change your entire field of view. It's completely different. Your limitations will always be at center frame.